McMonigle here on the Carton Show. Craig will be joining us relatively soon. He is here. He's going through it right now. I've been the one with the stomach issues over the last few weeks, but apparently Craig is having a little bit of a stomach issue. He'll be with us. He is fine. He's here. Hopefully he joins me soon. If not, it'll be me and you till, 6:25 in Yankees baseball yet again, as we are getting ready for game number 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals with your New York Knicks against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I've been thinking about this a lot, right? And we'll get to the Yankees and their loss last night as we saw a familiar face, although he hasn't been around very long, Trey Savage, who completely shut them down. We saw Cam Schlittler have another incredible game, but lost it in the 7th. The Mets have kind of put an end a little bit to their momentum with 2 tough losses in Washington. But as we get ready for tonight, and it's fairly obvious, but here he is. I was just going to talk about the Knicks. Should I just move on, or you okay?
There are times in life when you have a Willis Reed moment.
This is it.
This is my Willis Reed moment.
And it's impactful.
Hopefully you'll have 37, 19, and 7 because I'm not going to make it through the entire show.
Yeah.
I've never experienced anything like this. Maybe in my adult life.
Really?
Yeah. Did the podcast, la, la, la.
Uh-huh.
Driving down, saw you in the bathroom when I first came in about 12:30.
I did see you in the bathroom, yeah.
I haven't left the bathroom since. Both ends. And now the vomiting continues. I guess I'm just that ready for game 2
a little nervous
at Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm obviously all pumped up for tonight at the Garden. But I don't know what I'm dealing with right here. But it's something. It ain't pretty.
Yeah.
And all I had was a bagel and cream cheese today.
It's not
from the same place. I had the bad milk last week.
That's not good.
So I got Pepto-Bismol in me, and we'll see how it goes.
It's not you had no hot chocolate today. So
no, I'm never having hot chocolate ever again. At least from that place, I can tell you that.
Right. Well, now the whole place is in question.
Oh my goodness!
And
gracious.
it's not easy. Do you need headphones? You good?
I got headphones.
It's not easy to go through a show with a stomach ailment.
It's also not good when your voice is your livelihood.
Yeah.
And you have bile and vomit and cream cheese going the wrong way.
Right.
Over your vocal cords and over your throat. So I'm going to try to play hurt.
Do what you can.
That's what we do.
Listen.
But if I don't make it through the show, you'll know that I'm a gamer. And it doesn't count as a day off because I showed up.
Willis only hit the 2 first shots.
I'm only doing 2 segments, by the way. So it's... And then one of the worst things about the pre-vomit, if I may be discussing for a second.
That feeling it's coming and there's no
especially
stopping.
Especially when you're in the bathroom at work.
Yeah.
And people are coming in left and right, taking leaks, dropping the deuce. And I'm trying to be quiet on one knee, hand on the toilet seat, because I don't want to miss.
Yeah.
It's the anticipation of when's the next gag coming. And then the first 3 gags are always dry heaves. And then the stuff comes up.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gross.
And then your breath stinks and everything's just off right now.
Mm-hmm.
But not at 33rd and 7th.
No.
Because at Madison Square Garden tonight, it's already done. Everybody knows that's done.
Yeah.
It's over. The Cavaliers had their shot to win. They choked it away. The Knicks with Jalen Brunson took it from them. And now the rest of it is easy peasy, Biggs.
Well, let's hope so, because that game's only as good as tonight. Let's be honest. They have to come out and continue it, make us feel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself. You all right?
I'm not going to lie. I'm not all right. I'm not all right.
They have to come out tonight, and they have to stamp what game 1 was. Like, you have to come out and take this, because ultimately, if they falter tonight, Cleveland comes away with what they needed, the split. And it's easy to put behind the devastating loss. It's easy to move on from it. Tonight's tonight where you have to make sure Mitchell doesn't beat you. You have to make sure they don't go off. Like, you have to stamp the other night's game, and come out there and take game number 2. Then we'll all feel better off. But, like, I'm still
I feel pretty
nervous.
good.
I feel pretty good. I do feel pretty good.
They outscored them 44-11 in the last 12 minutes.
I understand
That's
that.
a quarter of basketball.
They also played 3.5 quarters of the worst basketball we've seen them play in the postseason. So, listen, I'm with you. The series is most likely over. It's over. I feel good about things. But I don't want to give Cleveland any life. And I want a short series. Because ultimately, I think they'll win the series, whatever happens tonight. They could lose by 100. I think they're going to win the series. But I want a short series. I want to get through. I want to have the same conversation we had going into the Eastern Conference Finals, going into the NBA Finals, whether it's rest
Too much rest.
Too much rest. I want this thing ended quickly. We said we took their souls in game number 1. I want that on full display tonight. Make that obvious that their souls have been taken. Come out from the jump. End this series now. Make sure this thing is over because with all the injuries that are going on in the Western Conference Finals, if we are projecting to win a championship and get to that parade and have that moment, like that series is going 6 or 7. That is going.
Which is why I thought last night's game was great for the Knicks.
Yes,
totally agree. You don't root for injuries, but Harper gets hurt last night, hamstring. I know he wanted to come back in. They wouldn't let him back in, so I'm sure he's going to be fine.
Yeah,
but that's going to be a knock him down, drag him out series. Yeah. So it's kind of like, hey, let's get this done in 4 or 5.
Yes.
Let's let those guys beat each other up.
Yep.
And then let's take the NBA Finals.
Yeah, because
championship parade.
Let's be honest, right? Let's go do it because I know these teams aren't nearly the same as either the Spurs or the Thunder, but we saw the 76ers have to go 7 with Boston, weren't ready for that series against the Knicks. We've seen now Cleveland.
Cleveland was ready.
Cleveland was ready.
They just didn't know how to close.
And they didn't know how to close, and I'm concerned for them and their legs and what they've had to go through already to get through a long 7-game series. So, let's see that same thing play out. Team coming off 7, get out on them early, end the series. Let's do that, and let's hope the same thing plays out in the NBA Finals. But tonight's a big night because all the celebrating yesterday means absolutely nothing if they don't come out and get the victory tonight. They have to come out and get the victory tonight.
Look, when you fight back and do what they did in game 1, if you throw game 2 away, you wasted the comeback.
100%.
I'm with you 100%.
Can't waste the comeback.
Tonight's the night where you effectively end the series.
That moment has to stick.
I think they ended the series by stealing their souls. Mm-hmm. I truly believe that. This is not just me being a homer. I think the Cavs are dead. I think they're done. Mm-hmm. I think the Cavs woke up yesterday and said, how do we F that up? Mm-hmm. We're never going to play better than that. For 2 quarters, the second and the third quarter.
They're certainly not going to have
the Knicks aren't going to play that worse.
No.
That bad, rather, as they played in the second and third quarter. Remember, the Knicks had a lead after 1. Mm-hmm. They held the Cavs to 16 points in the first quarter of game 1. The problem with the Knicks is that offensively, we didn't score more than 23 points in the first, second, or third quarter. And we needed one of the greatest individual performances that this city has seen in a postseason. I don't want to say ever, because I'm sure there's probably some Yankee guys along the way that batted like 390 and hit 15 home runs in a postseason. You'd probably know better than me. But what Jalen Brunson did in game 1,
incredible.
It's not what Frazier did in game 7, obviously.
Well, I mean,
but I'm going to tell you what.
It's not the import of game 7 of the NBA Finals.
It might be the second best performance in a playoff game by a Knick.
It very well could be. I mean,
right?
you're going to.
Starks, of course, had a big one.
What about your guy?
Bernard King, of course.
King
in the game 7 against Detroit was a big one. But I'm just so happy that we're able to talk Knick basketball. Remember, WFAN back in the day, like back in the mid-'90s, was the home of all Knick basketball, right? Mike and Chris used to go to every playoff game, do shows after the game, before the game, and WFAN was synonymous with Pat Riley, Knick playoff basketball. I think that's fair for me to say, right?
Yep.
It's been a long time since every single show on WFAN and every single person listening to WFAN wanted to talk Knicks in late May. Like, you've been here 20 years?
I've been here 20 years.
When's the last time that happened?
Never.
For real?
Never.
Right?
Like, honestly,
I've been on the air for, 15, 17 years, whatever it is?
This now 3-year run of Jalen Brunson. That's it.
Right.
This year and last year.
Which is why you enjoy it in the moment. You embrace it. You swallow it. You breathe it in. And you say to the Knicks, thank you. Thank you for giving us this amazing run towards an NBA final. I'm all pumped up about it.
No, I'm all pumped up about it too. But again, just,
What?
You're
the worst when it comes to that.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to smell it. I want to taste it. I want to see it.
But you're not enjoying this in the moment.
I am enjoying it in the moment.
You're
totally
still on the porch. You're back on the porch.
I'm not back on the porch. I'm just saying.
With a cockadoodle.
They're dealing with the pressure now. Is like, they can't lose this series. You can't lose it.
Right.
Can't lose it. You can't allow the other night to go into the wind. Like, it has to be a defining moment of this series, a defining moment of this run. It's got to stick, and tonight is what sticks it. So I just want to see it. I want to see them come out tonight, recognize what game one was.
I agree.
Recognize they need to double stamp it, and they need to make sure that this series is over. And they are dealing with a pressure they probably never dealt with before necessarily, considering the run, considering the changes that have been made, the coaching change specifically to get them to the NBA Finals, the 8-game winning streak, the come-from-behind victory in Game 1. This is now, without question, would be the most devastating loss in the history of the franchise.
Oh, relax with that.
It's the most devastating loss in the history of the franchise if they don't come through.
We lost NBA Finals games.
I understand that. No, not tonight specifically. The
so lose the series?
The series would be the most disappointing loss in the history of the franchise.
Based on how we got here and what we did in Game 1, yes. I think that's probably a fair statement.
And you know, they're coming off being embarrassed. They're coming off the idea of the coaches being in question. Their stars are being questioned. Like, they're going to come out with an intensity. And we also have to look at the idea that they caused problems for the Knicks offensively for the first 3.5 quarters of that game.
I think that was more than Knicks just couldn't shoot, to be honest.
Adjustments are going to have to be made because we all know what got them back into the game the other night, Craig. What won the game? Brunson and Hero Ball, or whatever we want to call it, ISO Ball.
That started
They can't do that all game.
No.
They have to get back to their offense. Do they go back to Cat running the point, the center point, which was absolutely atrocious for them in game number 1?
They're also not going to shoot 15% from behind the arc. That's a log. I write off the second and third quarters to rust and trying to refine their game. I'm not worried at all because it's one thing if the Knicks played their best quarter in the first quarter and then wilted and lost.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah.
But the fact is they got better.
You're right.
They didn't get worse throughout that game. Mm-hmm. So I feel pretty good about it.
I feel good about it,
I think the series is absolutely over. I'm going to drink a lot of Coke, they say, is good for you, right?
I've always heard
ginger ale.
Ginger ale's the best, but
Who
Coke
sells
is fine.
ginger ale?
Ginger ale's good.
I love ginger ale. You can't find it anywhere.
Get out of here.
Ginger ale's kind of like 7-Up. When's the last time you saw 7-Up?
Yeah, 7-Up's been gone for a long time.
And I used to love 7-Up.
Yeah.
I like 7-Up more than I like Sprite.
Yeah.
Can't find 7-Up.
Can't find 7-Up.
Go to a place, can I get a 7-Up? They're like, what are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Willis? That's different strokes.
It's probably a reference from the last time 7-Up was popular.
Different strokes.
Yeah.
You ever see Different Strokes?
Of course. What you talking about, Willis? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever saw
Gary
it,
Coleman.
But did you ever see it?
Coleman, yeah.
Was it in your wheelhouse?
Yeah, well, not in my wheelhouse, but I saw it. Mr. Drummond, right, was the fall.
Great pull.
Yeah, yeah.
How would you have seen it if you wasn't in your wheelhouse? Like, when would you have seen it?
It was because it was, I don't know, it was on Nickelodeon.
TV Land or something?
It was on late night. I didn't watch it live. I'm not old enough for that.
Right.
But
you're familiar with it?
Yes, very much so.
What was Willis's brother's name?
He had a brother and a sister.
He had a stepsister.
A stepsister.
Well, they were adopted.
Sister, whatever.
Yeah.
But he was in the family.
You got Mr. Drummond,
She
right?
ended up having a very tough life. And
Dana Pluto.
She
became, I think, like a hooker and a drug addict.
Yeah, and so did the brother. I think he had issues, too. What's his name?
He did. He got in trouble with the law a lot.
Yeah, I can't remember the character's name.
Yeah, Todd Bridges was his name. Yeah.
I can't remember the character's name.
Do you remember
what you talking about, Willis, right?
What you talking about, Willis? There you go.
His brother's obviously Willis.
And what was the maid's name?
Oh, I don't know.
She played the same role in 2 different shows. She was the house mom in Facts of Life.
That's what I thought,
And
right?
she was the maid to the Drummonds.
Orange-haired woman, right?
An older gal. The type of gal that you might have liked back in the day.
Oh, was she voluptuous? I forget.
Not voluptuous at all.
No.
No, she would have been great on like the Golden Girls, actually. Mm-hmm. Mrs. Garrett.
Mrs. Garrett.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You guys remember Miss Garrett? I had a thing for Miss Garrett.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, I told my wife before we get married that she could learn a thing or two from Miss Garrett.
I'm sure
She's like, what do you mean? I go, woman knew how to make a bed and do laundry.
Yeah.
You better learn how.
Mm-hmm. And find 7-Up when my tummy hurts.
That's exactly right.
You got to figure that out.
Well, I'm barely hanging on right now.
Listen.
If I'm just being straight with you. Barely hanging on. I'm not, no guarantee I make it to, 6 o'clock.
No?
No. Every cough's a potential vomit starter.
That's what I'm
what I'm saying?
I'm worried about the potential of just vomit coming up as you're speaking.
I feel pretty good because, like I said, the first 3 heaves for me are typically dry heaves.
Okay.
Then the waterworks come through.
Yeah.
So I think I've got time between here and the door to do 3 dry heaves and at least make it to a garbage can. Yeah. But I blame you. You gave me this.
I gave it to you. What are you talking?
This is all on you.
I've been feeling great for like a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know you have.
Great.
Which is why I feel like there's like light at the end of the rainbow.
No. First of all, you got this whole thing wrong because if the shoe was on the other foot, your ass would be in the other studio right now.
Well, except that you gave it to me, so you're good. I can't give you anything. You already gave it to me.
Already dealt with it?
I think so,
I'm
yeah.
immune?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, here's John in Mawa, where now there's a Wawa. Believe it or not, finally. Johnny, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Craig and C-Mac, how you doing, boys?
What's up?
Hey, you just stole my thunder. I'm like, C-Mac, why don't you stow his ass in the other studio and use Duke's chair? And, turn about as fair play, don't you think?
By the way, I'm one more trip to the bathroom from going there on my own. How about that? It's
I could tell you're in. I know how it is. I kind of sat through it. I wasn't as bad, thankfully. I didn't actually throw up that day, but my stomach was all over the place that day. It's not fun. It's not fun to sit here.
Because every time you want to burp, you're not worried.
But it's just the projection and talking with an emphasis kind of makes your stomach feel like things could come up.
Why don't you take the rest of the segment here? I know we got to break in a minute.
We can just go to the break.
We can take a break. Let's take a break.
Let's just take a break.
And we'll do the best we can. It's a big day, though. We'll obviously talk about the Yankees' loss last night.
Yeah, tough loss.
The Mets, of course, taking another one on the chin.
Yeah.
Just when you thought the Mets were going to become relevant.
Unfortunately for the Mets, they can't afford these 2-game slip-ups. They put themselves in a position when you're building momentum, you can't have these 2-game slip-ups, and that's why the rotation's in the state it's in. Now you're going to have David Peterson pitching tonight, who hasn't really started without having a reliever in front of him for a while now. This is you put yourself in a position where you can't have the slip-ups they're having. But the Yankees get shut down by Savage, which has been a familiar tone.
Yeah, he pitched great last night.
Oh, my God.
I mean, they both pitched great
He's an absolute stud, though. He's a bad, bad man. So is Cam Schlittler, obviously. So we'll get to that. We'll talk about the Knicks and how confident you are that the series is already over, or do they need one more stamp of approval in game number 2 before you feel the way Craig and most of us kind of feel that this thing is over, and how important is it to make sure this series ends as quickly as possible and await the Western Conference winner for the NBA Finals. 888-808-1019. Your calls next.